What's up, guys? This is Coach Grant with First Down Training, and today we're going to be breaking down some of Odell Beckham's best route running from so far from this 2020 NFL season. We're going to be looking at these two routes he runs against the Dallas Cowboys. We're going to be mainly talking about tempo and how you want to close the gap with the DB and how you want to be able to attack a DB and change up tempo within the route, okay? So let's get started. And also, guys, if you're a receiver and you want to get better hands, you want to improve your hands, don't have a quarterback to throw to you, check out that link in the description. It says improve your hands in 30 days only. Check out that link in the description. Again, improve your hands in 30 days. Let's get started. So first things first here, when we got this DB and this catch technique, right, especially on the goal line, what we want to make sure that we're doing is that we're closing the gap with him. If I can close the gap with this DB and really focus on attacking him, and even if I got to change up the tempo on this thing, that's going to be essential for me to get some separation. You don't want to just come off the line, right, and then just run this slant right now and just go. You want to be able to attack him, try to get him on his heels, maybe slow him down, make a move, and then go. So that's the goal right here from Odell. So when he comes off the line, you see how he gives this little skip release. Let's watch it again full speed one more time. He gives a little skip release, 1-2. And he throws his body to the outside. He accelerates, and he makes this catch over the middle. Now, the main things is that you want to attack the midline of this DB, right? So let's say he's a little bit inside shade, right? A little bit inside leverage. So you guys want to try to angle your stem to the midline of his body. And if you guys can angle the stem to the midline, you guys can angle the stem to that inside shoulder, because what's going to happen is that he's got to make a decision. When you attack him, he's got to make a decision on what he's going to do. And there are times where he might play it correctly, right? There are certain DBs that, DBs are taught this, right? They're taught to keep their leverage. So let's say he's lined up maybe a little bit more inside leverage for a situational sake. And let's say he keeps that same inside leverage, right? If he keeps that same inside leverage here and he just continues to drip, that sets up other things to the outside, right? Let's say I close the gap with him. He keeps his leverage to the inside. I really got to make sure I have a good body fake and throw that 1-2 rather than being, kind of light with my shoulders and not really throwing my upper half, right? Now, luckily, when Odell attacks his DB and squares him up, he starts backpedaling, right? He kind of gets on I wouldn't say backpedaling, but he starts getting on those heels and he kind of sits flat. And when Odell changes up his tempo, when you could change up the tempo on the route and you kind of slow things up, that gets that DB to stop his feet, right? That gets him to kind of slow, okay, how's he going to play this thing? I'm used to one speed. He comes up, changes the tempo. Now he's guessing, right? Now he's sitting, and where's he supposed to be watching? He's supposed to be watching your hips. He's supposed to be watching your torso. So when you throw your upper half and you throw your head and shoulders, that's what's going to get him to lean to the outside. If you just give a little head and shoulder fake and you just lean, right? You see a lot of guys do that all the time. They just lean with their upper half. They just dip their head and shoulders out of there. That's not going to get you enough space. You got to really throw. You want to think of your hip as you want to throw your hip out. You don't want to open up your hip like you don't want to turn it. You want to throw it lateral like a crossover. When you make that cut, again, toe stays forward, weight stays on the inside arch so we can push and we can drive out. But right, I throw my upper half. That's what gets him leaning. Now, let's say, like I was saying, he keeps his leverage and plays it well to the inside. Keeps his leverage. Okay, maybe he beats me on this slant. Maybe I run this thing, I don't get him to jump, and then I'm covered. Okay, next time I come off and do the exact same release. I change up the tempo. I walk him down. He stays disciplined to the inside, and I just throw a single cut, and I beat him to the back corner with the fade. And you beat him to the back corner with the fade like that, I bet your ass the next time you come at him and you cross him up and you square him up, you get attack that midline, and you throw that 1-2, and you really throw to the outside, that's going to get him to jump to the outside, right? So now, when we're here, let's talk about this. When we're in this situation, so what? I close the gap. So what? Doesn't have hands on me, and I got him to lean to the outside. So what about all that, right? Anybody can do that. Anybody can get separation off the line. Can you keep that separation? And that's what comes from driving off of this leg, pumping those arms, and really accelerating off this break. Because when you're here and Odell really plants off of this leg, you want to push. You want to use that leg to give you acceleration and push to the inside. So you see how Odell pushes here, and he's ripping those arms through, and he's driving those knees. That's what we got to be able to do. We got to be able to run out of this break. At any time when we make that cut, you got to be able to stick. You got to be able to drive those arms and run and really get your hips down the middle of the field or down on that angle that you're trying to take. So make sure that we're driving with my legs, driving off of that cut leg, running those arms and accelerating so I can widen the gap with this DB. My whole goal is to be able to widen the gap with the DB so I can honestly, so I can just win the race. You want to think of this as just a race. You want to think of there's a finish line right here where Baker's going to throw this ball. So I got to drive my arms. I'm trying to win the race. Can't stress that enough, guys. When you guys work anything off the line that involves tempo, after you got to be able to go from 0 to 100. Break and then 100. You're fast, you're accelerating, you're driving those arms, and that's how you get separation. That's how you keep separation. The great guys, anybody could get separation right here. Receivers, we're all quick. We're all naturally quick guys. We're all dudes who have quick feet. We work the footwork. Everybody loves the fancy footwork, obstacle course drills. But can you accelerate? Can you get separation? And can you keep separation? That is the entire goal. Let's watch this thing full speed one more time. So great job, Odell, changing up tempo, working working that wide step here or working that jab to the outside and accelerating up. Great route. Great job using this slant. So now we're going to talk about a situation where you use tempo when you got a safety over the top, like a too high safety look. Okay, so we get into more coverage content on my website where we talk about coverages, but we're going to talk about it just a little bit right now. Kind of give you guys I would say a preview of what's really on my website and how receivers can benefit from it. So when we see this DB here, it's like cover 2 look, right? So 2, I'm not going to get too much into it, where he's sitting in the flat, and then we got that safety over the top. Now, the biggest thing about this cover 2 look is when you get up and you push vertical, and the safety is the only line of defense back there, right? He's got that deep half. I'm sure all you guys know what I'm talking about when I say deep half. He's got that deep half towards the sideline. So now, when you're attacking him, if you guys come at him and you guys come at him nice and fast, yeah, you get some separation, you get him to backpedal, but maybe he's used to my speed. Maybe I've attacked him before. Maybe I've done this before, and I've ran this same corner route. Now, what do? I can change up my tempo on the route. So you see when Odell comes off here, it's better to play this thing full speed. You see when he avoids, that corner hole goes a wall to the inside, he kind of slows up, then he kicks into second gear, right? And we're able to beat this corner over the top, which is what's rare in cover 2. In cover 2, quarterbacks are taught to throw this thing downhill. They're taught to throw this thing away from this safety, so we bring him back away from this defender and we protect him, right? But when we change up my tempo like this and we square up this safety and I angle my stem to the inside, I square him up, then I kick up into second gear, and then I just go from 0 to 100. It gets that DB, it lulls him to sleep. He's thinking you're going to sit right there. He's ready to break on that ball. He's trying to stay disciplined in his coverage. Then you slow up. Then we kick up into second gear. It almost turns into a man coverage, like an off-man situation when you're in this and you get off that press or you get off that jam from that cover 2 corner trying to force you to the inside and you square up that safety. It almost turns into man coverage. So let's manipulate it like how I would a regular off-man look. I change up that tempo. I kick up into second gear, and then that's when I'm able to create some separation. There's a great job attacking cover 2 here by Odell. Let's watch it again full speed. So he's coming out. Nice and slow, kick up into second gear, change up that tempo. And again, then when you change up that tempo, you better be accelerating out and you're winning that race to that corner of the end zone. That's the finish line. That's where you're going to be running to, and that's how you win that race, okay? All right, guys, I really want to thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to leave those in the comments. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And again, if you're a receiver and you want to get better hands, check out that link in the description. It says improve your hands in 30 days. I'll see you guys next time.